11 games in a row. Incredible. And Federer's going to have a look at this.
On the left service center line, the ball was called in.
And when you're having one of those nights, you almost knew what the result of that was going to be. 5 millimeters. Roddick now with just one challenge remaining.
That's it up.
Super shot. That is a wonderful shot from Federer. Stretched wide. Roddick knew that Federer had to defend and slice, and normally you'd go back cross court with this to dink it low. He goes to cover the middle or the cross court, Roddick, and Federer is thinking one step ahead.
The streak ends at 11.
2 games to 1.
Well, he's on the board ultimately, Andy Roddick. And a couple of missed returns there from Federer, which has been unusual for him tonight, as he's been rock solid making the returns. He hasn't had to do anything flash with the returns because, as we've spoken of so many times, Roddick has just served and stayed back, so Federer's just been content to block many balls back into play, and he's done that quite beautifully, remembering that Roddick serves on average at around 208, 210 kilometers an hour on average. So it's been a wonderful return of serve performance from Federer, but just missed a couple that game, and Roddick was able finally to hold serve.
Tie.
Funnily enough, the scoreline doesn't seem to matter to some of Roddick's younger fans, who, as he's gone for a change of shirt, have all of a sudden erupted. There haven't been too many reasons for Roddick's fans to erupt in this match so far. He's still down a break. Federer serving 2-1, third set.
Mr. Federer challenging the left center service line. The ball was called out.
You can see by the look on Roger's face, he doesn't like doing this. He makes no secret that he doesn't like the system.
He's got every challenge right tonight, Roger Federer.
And he just thinking that everything's against him. Even Hawkeye.
Well, this is the range of options that Federer has from just about every part of the court. This next drop volley. Look at the backspin he gets here. He has such soft hands and control of the racket. And finishes off with a topspin drive volley. The total opposite end of the scale from the previous sliced backhand volley.
Sitting back at their hotel rooms at the moment are Tommy Haas and Fernando Gonzalez thinking, why did this have to happen now? They knew that he wasn't at his peak so far. That has all changed here tonight. And that one would have been caught at first slip.
No 15.
Second double fault for A-Rod as he mumbles away to himself again.
Well, we said tonight that Roddick had to serve well, and he did to start with. He had 72% of first serves in the first set, and it was tight. Second set, 53%. At this stage in the third set, he's at 40%. And so his chances are looking glim.
The other part of that stat, Jeff, is that when the first serve goes into play, he's only winning half of those points. And when the second serve is called on, he's only winning a third of those. You can't win with those stats, certainly not against Federer.
Super shot. That's the danger of the cross-court approach, though. Not that Roddick had too many options there, but a brilliant pass from Federer. Full stretch, how he's able to hook around the outside of the ball there. Down the line certainly was an option, but to hook it back cross-court at full stretch takes something special.
2 break points to effectively kill this semi-final right off. A 4-1 lead coming if he can convert with 2 breaks of serve. We've run out of superlatives.
Well, if this continues, and it looks as if it's going to be a bit of a rout. This will be a major setback for Roddick, because he's been talking about, and in fact has indeed made some improvements, but he hasn't brought those improvements to the table here tonight. By my reckoning, he served and volleyed off a first serve twice, and they were wide to the forehand, and he served and volleyed off a second serve once, and that's allowed Federer again just to block the return back. And not once tonight has Roddick taken Federer's second serve and hit and come in, which is also part of the new strategy that he's been working on. And Federer's only serving at 52% first serves in, so he's had a lot of opportunities and has not done it once, Peter.
A downcast Andy Roddick, broken for the second time in the third set. He seemed headed for certain defeat for a long time now, but it's getting closer. Federer at 4-1. Jeff, what sort of effect has a loss like this, or a seeming loss like this, possibly going to have on Roddick in 2007? Could it affect him?
I think it will. We'll talk about that a little more in a moment. I mean, this is absolutely one-way traffic, and if you've been working hard and you think you've made some improvements and you get a result like this, it's very, very frustrating and discouraging.
Pascal Maria overrules from the chair.
Mr. Roddick is challenging the right baseline. The ball was called good.
And he says, well, I may as well. No point in leaving them in the bag. Pascal Maria was spot on. It was right on the middle of the line.
Mr. Roddick has one challenge remaining.
God damn everything! It's sorry, God.
Federer. Federer leads 5 games.
Well, you'd think now the sooner he can get off, the better. And I hope there's nothing sharp in the locker room. Everyone feeling a bit of sympathy for Andy Roddick and what he's gone through tonight. Absolutely everything has gone against him. Some of it's been of his own doing. Most of it has been because of the brilliance of this man.
Well, it's another terrific return here at full stretch. Look at the depth of this return. Puts Roddick immediately on the defensive.
40-15.
If he converts the next point, or the one after that, it might just get the loudest roar of the night. And he tried the big one, 228.
Terrific scramble from Federer, and it pushed Roddick just far enough back that he couldn't get a good hit at the smash. Nevertheless, the last backhand volley he missed was certainly very makeable.
Again, Roddick. Federer leads 5 games to 2.
Well, just a minor reason for the Roddick fans to smile before the last rites are administered.
One feels for the crowd as well. They wanted to see a good match. They want to see more tennis. They're as stunned, I think, as we are. I mean, they've really enjoyed, of course, the brilliance of Federer. And look, for all the unfortunate decision-making, perhaps, of Roddick, Federer, he truly has been brilliant. You can only do what I guess your opponent allows you to do, and Roger has not allowed Roddick really to settle at all.
Terrific initiative to let the ball kids come in and sit that close to this great man, this great player who will be talked about in years to come, and those kids will talk about this night as well. Very rarely at the top level of sport do you see a domination like the one we have witnessed at Rod Laver Arena tonight. Roger Federer serving for a place in the final.
Good tactic, though, from
59.
Roddick. He's left it rather a little late, though, I suspect. Those passing shots are pretty easy at 6-4, 6-love, 5-2.
That's 10 aces now.
30 love.
Since 4-3 in the first set, Federer has won 58 points. Roddick has won 24. Call it what you like, an annihilation, a capitulation. It's rare that the Australian Open has seen such a one-sided semi-final. Roger Federer storms into the final in Melbourne looking for a third title down under. Andy Roddick on the end of the hiding of his career.
For the top round for this man, will be one of many times he steps on the ball. Ladies and gentlemen.
What was it like for you just being there at the end of that?
It was frustrating. You know, it was miserable. It sucked. It was terrible. Besides that, it was fun.
What did Jimmy say to you straight after the game?
He gave me a beer.
Andy, you seem really disappointed. You thought you had a real crack tonight?
Sorry?
You seem really disappointed. You thought you had a real crack tonight? You had a chance?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing well coming in. There's no reason to think. I mean, especially going in, you know, if you had told me this beforehand, I didn't foresee it.
Is that the best you've seen him play for a while?
Yeah, I mean, he played really well tonight, I mean, that's for sure.
Just take us from 4-all on, because it's up to 4-4. You're in the match there, and then you got broken.
I did get broken, and then I got broken 3 more times, and then I got broken 2 more times in the 3rd set, and then it was over about 26 minutes later.
No, what changed?
Is that about what you saw too? Or?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Okay, good.
You know, on court, what changed from 4-all towards the end?
Yeah, he started playing, you know, that first game, probably the second was pretty crucial. You know, I said it before. I mean, when he gets a lead, he's a great front runner. There's no doubt about it. He kind of ran it out at the Open too. I mean, once he gets his lead and, you know, just gets that much more confidence. I mean, it's tough coming back. You know, there aren't a lot of instances where people have forged a comeback on him.
How do you go forward from here then? How do you counter a game like that?
Well, you know, I just got to keep doing what I do. I mean, I wake up every morning and I put in as much as I can every day. I mean, I don't know if you'll find someone who questions that. You know, so you do your best not to get discouraged, and you try to take it like a man. I mean, I caught an absolute beating tonight. There's no doubt about it. There's no 2 ways about it. You deal with it, and you go back to the drawing board. You act like a professional, and you try to keep working hard.
How do you rate Haas or Gonzalez's chances against him?
Slim.
Is he getting better? I mean, is he getting progressively better?
I don't know. I mean, better than what? I mean,
better than he's
ever been in the last 3 years, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been about the same.
You said this week that you thought the gap between you and Roger was closing, or at least wasn't getting any wider.
Yeah, not tonight.
But the next time you feel that, will you keep it to yourself?
No. Have I ever not answered a question honestly? That's honestly the way I felt. You know, I'm not gonna keep that to myself. You ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an honest answer. What do you want me to say? You know, I'm gonna come in here and kick my own ass on a daily basis. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna try to keep fighting, I'm gonna try to keep working, and that's what I do on a daily basis. I wake up and, you know, work my butt off on a daily basis, and I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna try to take this like a man as much as I can. He outplayed me. He played a lot better than I did tonight. He deserves all the praise that he gets, and not only for how he plays, but how he handles himself. You know, get up tomorrow and look forward.
Beat Safin and Anchich. Was this a good tournament, Andy?
Yeah, I thought it was a good tournament, but, you know, I've proven to myself that I can get to the semifinals of Grand Slams, and I'd love more than anything to get past that, to get over that hurdle, for sure.
Obviously, he played great, but did you feel like you needed to play much better?
Yeah, I left a lot. I think I left a lot out there on the table tonight. I don't feel like I played like I have for the rest of the tournament. You know, I've come in here times and said I don't know. I played pretty well, and you know, he just beat me. I think it was a combination tonight.
The second set, was that the best tennis you've ever played, or close to it?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, big occasion. I played incredible today. I mean, I'm so happy. Second set was definitely incredible. So, I mean, I've had a few good ones at the U.S. Open against Leighton and other players, but I mean, it's incredible to do it against a top guy, you know, on a big court and a big occasion. So I'm really happy. Yeah.
We kind of asked this question after the Djokovic match, but was there a little bit of an extra edge out there tonight? You really wanted to make a statement and play your best in these circumstances against someone who has come close to you in the last couple of times that you've played.
Well, I mean, exactly. I mean, we've played, you know, a number of times, and I mean, against players like him, I always enjoy playing, you know, not just because I've been winning, but I mean, I know how close he was at the US Open in Shanghai. You know, he played well in Kuyong too. We practiced here. He beat me here in practice as well, 4-4. So I mean, I still remember all those things, you know. So to come out and beat him, you know, so convincing, you know, it's a surprise for me too. So yeah, that's about it.
Roger, you said on court that you were shocked. How would you be shocked if your name was Andy Roddick or Jimmy Connors?
Well, I mean, look, it's a tough one for him, of course, you know, and for the team. He's been playing so well, you know, made it to the semis. I mean, you got to be confident coming into the semis, you know. I was too, but I always go into matches thinking, well, this might not work out, you know, and especially against Andy, you know, the more so. So I mean, it's hard for him, but I mean, I put it more down on just the day form, you know. I mean, I was just better today, so I guess it makes it easier to forget for him, I hope.
What advice would you give him after a demoralizing loss like that?
No advice. I mean, that's just one to forget for me.
Roger, what about your feeling? I mean, you must be feeling 10 foot tall and bulletproof right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do feel great. I mean, no kidding. Yeah.
Have you ever felt better?
I mean, look, I mean, the tournament's not over yet, so I have to stay kind of concentrated here and, you know, try not to get carried away, like I said, on court. But this was definitely one of my best matches I've ever played. You know, I mean, I read Andy's serve like almost like back in the day in Wimbledon when I played him for one of the first times in the semis. I was playing out of my mind, so yeah, I mean, I do feel great, and I'm surprised I could kind of turn it on so much, you know, after the finals, after the match against Robredo. So I mean, I just hope now that I can keep it up one more match, you know. I mean, I'm got 2 days, which is great, you know, so I can kind of recover and then start thinking about the next match.
What puts you into that zone? What gets you there?
There's no secret, you know. You just hope for a good start, and that's what I got. But he broke back, so I was like, oh God, this could be a tough one tonight, you know, because he was all pumped up after that break, and I knew that that's exactly what he needed, you know, to get back into the match. And all of a sudden, just, you know, everything goes my way, and start reading his serve, start hitting all passing shots, not making any mistakes more from the baseline. No unforced errors, just winners, you know, and that's when it all of a sudden just goes by itself, you know, and you don't ask yourself any more questions, you know, and you forget about how tough the beginning was, you know, of the match. There's no explanation, that just happens.
There was a wonderful response from the crowd as well afterwards. I mean, a standing ovation for you after a semi-final. As you say, I suppose you mustn't get one step ahead of yourself. You still have a final to play, and that's great, but it was a tremendous ovation, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, I think especially here at the Australian Open, I mean, I've played good matches here, but never really almost destroyed somebody, you know. Like, I've done it in Wimbledon, I've done it at the US Open, French Open maybe not so much either, because I didn't get so many chances yet, but here at the Australian Open I've won good matches, but never outright dominated, you know, another top player on a big stage in a semis or a final. So for me, that's a real highlight of my career, you know, to kind of do it right here tonight. So I'm very, very happy about it.